Hey y'all.
Hey, how the heck are you?
Come to you live. Well, not live, but live when we're recording this from Savannah, Georgia.
A whole extra day passed when we were supposed to be here. Thank you to the weather and Delta.
Delta. Well, it's not Delta's fault.
I mean, Cam and Katie's flight got out, so like it's
Yeah.
Delta's fault, I fear.
We were supposed to leave yesterday.
We were supposed to leave yesterday and be home by 6 p.m.
Now we're not going to leave till 8 p.m. today, but you know, the glass half full. We knew before we went to the airport, and we didn't have to go to the airport, check our bags, like sit and wait, and then for them to be like, oh, you're not taking off, honey bun.
And our hotel let us keep a room. Actually, they made us move our room. Did we tell you what happened with the room? We had a suite upstairs. Me, mom, dad, Tom had a suite upstairs. Literally the room directly above us. We weren't supposed to check out until 11. That was what our time. Actually, the checkout time is 12. We discovered today. So we weren't supposed to check out till 12. We went down and asked for a new room. 7 a.m. They're banging on our door. You got to get out of here. So we had to pack up all of our stuff. And then they sent someone to knock on the door and check to make sure we were leaving to come to the room directly downstairs. And they're like, we're full. We're all booked up. I'm like, okay. Like, if someone's getting a suite, you couldn't have just given them this one. It's the exact same room. Like, we couldn't have just kept that room, you know?
This one, it's probably because it's ADA compliant. It might not have been booked.
We are not ADA, like, we don't need ADA. So,
No,
like,
I know we don't, but I'm saying, like, this one might have been, they probably, like, book an ADA, like, leave that one open in case somebody does need it.
Maybe. But I just was like, ugh, and you know me when I get stressed, I was not being kind.
I was glad I wasn't in this hotel room, let's put it that way. But so our friend Morgan's wedding was Sunday night. And
Congrats, Morgan Adam.
Congrats, Morgan Adam. Woo! Really fun wedding.
Super fun. And by the way, I just want to say, I don't know who your florist is, Morgie. Maybe drop their link in the bio below, but gorgeous florals.
Gorgeous and super nice lady. But so I stayed up really late on Sunday night.
Yeah.
I didn't wash any of my makeup off. I didn't take off my lashes. Didn't brush my hair. Nothing. So I wake up. I'm like this. Like my eyelash glue is still stuck together. I'm like, ugh. I turn and Hayden's like, hi, our flight got canceled and we're trying to scramble to find a new one. And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
I just woke up.
I'm like, please don't do this to me.
I had my phone on loud so in case anything happened. And by the way, Mom, of course, like, she's like, should we change our flight? Should we change our flight? Because Delta's like, inclement weather may affect your flight. And I'm like, girl, it's going to rain. Like, we don't need to change our flight. I kept telling her, I'm like, you're being crazy. Little do I know, I wake up, flight canceled. So I have to listen to that for the rest of my life.
So I just want to preference, this is my last clean outfit. So
I had to go to the store and spend $100 on these leggings because they were the only leggings available that fit.
If this flight doesn't get out today, I'm going to be stinking because this is my last clean outfit. I already packed all my makeup and my hair. I didn't even bring my full hair supplies. But so this, guys, this is real. This is me. Like,
well, you look
I
beautiful.
Have no makeup on. So I'm putting this hat on to kind of
purposely not pack my makeup.
up.
I couldn't come down here with no hair and no makeup. That would have been a true sight.
Well, you know, it is what it is. But I made this beautiful hat at the mess hall in Savannah. Super cute. You pick your patches. They iron it on.
That was a good find by me.
Yeah, really good find. So I'm like, cute. I'll wear this hat to cover up what I don't want the viewers to say.
Not the viewers. So that's kind of where we're at. I haven't seen my son since Wednesday. I'm highly stressed.
Yeah. Shout out to my grandma because... Grandma and Andy, because Andy, my friend, who is the town clerk of Pembroke, was watching our dogs, and she said, I'll stay if you need me to, but she had work, so she could only come like periodically to let them out. But my grandma was like, I'll go down, I'll stay with them. And then poor grandma, there was a storm in Massachusetts, which is why the flight got canceled. They lost power. This morning, Andy brought her a black coffee and a portable charger so she could charge it. But the power is now back on.
Love.
God bless. We're going to make it out tonight. Everything's going to be great.
It's also, by the way, St. Patrick's Day, which if you didn't know, which I learned on my trolley tour, I learned a lot of fun facts. If you didn't know, Savannah's population goes from 150,000 people year round to about 2 million on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, my mom was like, I don't think the parade will be that busy. We could check it out before the airport. I said, pass.
There's something on the news that called it the rushing of the squares, and basically at 6 a.m. everybody like runs from their hotels to the squares to get a good, because there's like so many squares in Savannah where they, anyway. Yeah. And so a bunch of people are supposed to have been running and whatever. There was 2 people that got shot. Like it's a very chaotic time to be in Savannah, and we really thought we were going to avoid it by getting out yesterday, and here we are today.
Here we are today, but in honor of St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to do...
Yeah, we're on our green couch.
We're
in our green wares.
Ready?
Oh, an Irish jig?
Yep.
Okay. Should I do the music?
Yep.
That's all I know in Irish jig. I don't want to offend my culture.
That was my Irish step dance performance. You're welcome, everybody.
Cool. Anything else you want to like gab about before we get into the shtick here?
No, I'm ready to get into it, but I just want to preference, guys. Like, I was a bridesmaid this weekend, and I take that job seriously, so I'm a little behind on everything.
I have the run of show today.
So Belle's going to be leading.
You're subjected to listen to what I want to talk about.
Belle's going to be leading, and I'm going to be following.
And I'm feeling very spicy since my flight was canceled, so I have a lot of hot takes.
This couch creaks, so every time I move, I'm not farting.
Well,
I would say.
All right, well, are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it. First things first, I think we need to talk about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I know you haven't watched, but there's been a lot of headlines that have recently come out since the show has premiered. So I think I just would like to run down and get your unbiased take, seeing as you haven't seen it. I have watched, I think, the first half. I'm on episode 5, so I've watched a good chunk of the first part. And all I have to say, actually, by the way, before you get into it, is like, who the fuck asked for dad talk?
Nobody asked for dad talk.
I saw a TikTok that said in the first season so far, the women have been by themselves for 42 minutes or something crazy like that.
No.
Like, I don't care about dad talk. And I'm speaking now directly to Jordan. Go away, sir. Go away.
All dad talk is a display of misogynistic men.
It's unbelievable.
Out there in Utah, like, I have to tell you
Not
this.
Utah.
Out there in Utah, these men are like, oh, my women are making money. They're becoming the breadwinner. Let me piggyback off their success.
And I'm sorry, Jordan is leading. Like, so many of the husbands, like Jace and I forget Macy's husband's name, but I think his name's Jacob. Like, Jace and Jacob were just like nice men supporting their wives, and now they too are becoming monsters. So I just want to say,
they can't handle.
Go fuck yourselves.
They can't handle that. Well, I have something to say.
Well, should we get into some?
Well, hold on. Before this is important.
She's already shutting me up. She gave me the run of show, and she's shutting me up already.
Well, no, because I'm commenting on the run of show. I don't think the only husband that I think is actually like true supportive husband.
Connor.
Yeah, because I think that
the way I hated Whitney and Connor season 1 to now.
I just want to say, like, I don't think any of them were silent, like, supportive husbands. I think that we just didn't see.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Because we were focused on other things like Dakota and Taylor
because
Cranky
they weren't
Paul.
on camera. Like, there was none of this dad talk baloney.
Exactly. So now they are doing dad talk, and it's like, all it is that they can't let their wives have the spotlight. They can't handle that their wives are making the money, because obviously, like, I'm out here making a podcast. Like, I'm always on TikTok. I try to make 6 a day. I'm trying to get my own, social media fame. I'm just going to say when I do pop off, when this pops off, I'm going to promise you right now, Hayden's not going to try to do Hayden talk. He's going to be like, I love that. I'm staying at home. I'm cleaning. I'm taking care of the babe once we have it. Like, he would not try to, like, jump on that.
I think it's definitely because they're getting more airtime, which is crazy. But some of the headlines that have come out, I'm going to start with some of the lighter fare, and then I'm going to really get into the one that just came out yesterday, which is really taking the world by storm, which I have a lot to say about. But our girl Layla, one of her big storylines this season is that she was using GLP-1s, which, if you know Layla, if you're not familiar with the show, I think she's like 100 pounds soaking wet. And she talked about how, she really wanted this modeling gig and she didn't get it. And so she became kind of, I think, like addicted to GLP-1s, which is a little crazy. And she said on the show that she was 99 pounds that day.
How did she get approved to get a GLP-1?
You can get them really anywhere. Like, you can get them anywhere.
Just again, another message about our society, that somebody who's already so tiny and doesn't need a GLP-1 can get it, but like women can't get birth control. Like,
so that was one of the major headlines that came out. Another headline that came out, which isn't really that major headline, I just thought it was interesting, is that Demi and Whitney were together in NYC. And I just have something to say about Demi. I'm not a Demi fan. I was season 1. Season 1, I was team Demi and Jesse. I thought they were amazing. She lost me. She lost the plot. She lost the plot last season heavily. Now I would just like to say that, like, seeing the reunion of last season, seeing Jen behave the way Jen has towards Whitney this season, I don't think Demi is right by any means. Like, I think what she's doing is wrong. I definitely think she's lying. I definitely think there's, like, things going on there. However, no one's calling out Jen for also being a liar. Like, she got on that reunion and she swore up and down the whole season, I saw Demi and Marciano kiss. Then she gets on the reunion. She's like, no, I didn't see it. Then she says there's a cease and desist. She swears up and down there's a cease and desist. Then Demi says, okay, pull it up, which legally, if you were served a cease and desist, you would have some form of documentation. She can't pull it up. She's like, well, I was told it was coming. It's like, so that never happened either. Jen is also a huge liar. And the way that she treated Whitney this season, which you'll see, I don't want to give too much away, but like the way that she treated Whitney, having watched Dancing with the Stars, now having watched this and seeing what lines up with some of the drama that was happening, like, I'm not a fan of Jen. I already wasn't a fan of Zach. Like, I think Zach's a piece of shit. But I think Jen is also kind of giving piece of shit energy, and like she just is reading as so jealous of Whitney this season. And I know she had a lot going on. She's postpartum, and like I think she was doing Dancing with the Stars like not even a month postpartum, not even 2 months, which is that on alone is an incredible feat. But I don't think that gives you license to be an asshole and like have Whitney ask you to lunch and you send your husband instead to yell at Whitney. So I just like, that's one thing that's happening. So I just wanted to comment on that with Demi.
Well, I'll speak on that. Without even seeing it, I already know that there's jealousy with
100%
Whitney because there was a ton of jealousy with Taylor, Frankie Paul, like when the show first started. And the thing is, like all of these, we all forget, like there's fame hungry people in general who want fame, but these are people who like grew up, like there's severe religious trauma there. And it's like, not only are they now experiencing things that they never have, like obviously when this takes off and we start getting that cash, like we're going to experience new things, but like, not to the level that they are because they like haven't it's like it would be like if you were in prison and then you get out 20 years later and you are like, oh my god, like this is a whole new world, like that's how it is. So there is a little bit of that, but I just feel like Whitney and Taylor Frankie Paul have star quality. Like they have the star quality, and not that these other girls don't. But
TFP's losing me a little bit. I'll tell you why, but
they can't, like, Whitney was a little jealous, I think, of Taylor in the beginning, but I think she stopped needling away at Taylor and was like, you know what, no, like, I'm going to make this happen for myself. And she did.
It's also incredibly clear that Whitney is someone who works on herself and goes to therapy, because there was a situation that arose with Jesse and Macy, and Whitney's take on it was like, you're allowed to be upset and tell Jessie that you feel upset without letting her get away with it and like without letting her have no consequences. Like basically what happened is that Jessie had to choose between an Unwell event and hosting Macy's book appearance, and she already said yes to the book appearance, and then the Unwell thing switched the same day, and then she dropped Macy like a hot potato and said she wanted to go do Unwell, which from a business standpoint, your business is hair extensions, like that's your market clientele. I understand why you want to do that, but like to just drop your friend like that seems kind of like shady, especially when Mom Talk's thing is like relationships.
See both sides of the coin on
I
that
do
one.
too, but Whitney's point was like, you can say that you felt hurt by that and have that be okay to say and like stand up for yourself. Like it's very clear the way Whitney talks that like she's learning how to set boundaries, she's learning how to be comfortable in her own skin. I just think like the Dancing with the Stars of it all like really made me think differently of Jen, like significantly so.
One of the things I like about Whitney is that Whitney is Whitney. Like Whitney doesn't change. Like all this hate with Demi, I personally am not a Demi fan. Whitney's still going out and getting lunch with her. Like
she also rode for her this season as well.
Yeah, like she's not dropping her like a hot potato.
And then Demi did not go to Whitney's event, which I thought was really shitty.
Yeah, she's not dropping her like a hot potato. When everyone was like throwing out the lavender marriage accusations with Connor, she didn't drop him like a hot potato. She still stuck by him. Like even when the world was loving Taylor Frankie Paul and oh my god, Taylor Frankie Paul, she still was like, yeah, I'm not really a fan. Like she sticks to like also, her opinions no matter what everyone else. Yeah, exactly.
Like she came on the show and she's like, yeah, I came back so I could do Dancing with the Stars 100%. Like she's very honest. She's honest. She sticks to her opinions even if it's not what everyone else likes. And a lot of the girls on Secret Life of Mormon Wives, which I think a little bit is a religious. They play into what the people want.
But not even that. Well, yes, but like it's I think a little bit of Utah's like very about being a perfectionist and very much so like their religion and where they grew up is being perfect for the people around them. So I think they're very much like, oh, the world hates you, we're hating you. Oh, the world loves you,
they're also you. Very much.
And she doesn't do that.
Yeah, very much
exactly. And Whitney's like, I do what I want.
I also feel that way about Miranda. Like Miranda is honest.
Love Miranda.
And I have something to say. Miranda should have been the Bachelorette. Like. I'm gonna transition now into Taylor Frankie Paul.
I don't know anything.
I love TFP. I think she's like truly. There's something endearing about her. Like I think she reminds me heavily of someone that we used to be friends with that we shan't name, but like her personality, the way she acts, like sometimes reminds me of that person. So I get a little bit triggered. You know who I'm talking about. So I get a little bit triggered by that. But I do think like she genuinely is just like trying to figure out her way through this world. I think her parents traumatized the fuck out of her. I think Dakota traumatized the fuck out of her. However, where she loses me and she loses the plot is like we're starting to see this season the layers peeled back on her and Dakota, where yes, I think in season 1 we saw her get arrested from fighting with him, which like we knew that was going to happen, like that was public record. What it seems like now is that Hulu has been covering up a little bit for her because of the Bachelorette thing, because of the like Dancing with the Stars of it all, and like now they're starting to show a little bit more. So for example, Dakota went, the Dad Talk went to Vanderpump Villa, which I'll let you watch that and come to your own conclusion.
We didn't need Dad Talk
Literally
in Vanderpump Villa.
Biggest joke of my life. And I just, sidebar, Jordan, Jesse was like, so what if someone like flirts with you or hits on you? And he's like, yeah, they're obviously going to do that. I'm like, do you want a mirror? They're certainly not. But
unless they're thirsty.
Yeah. But anyway, so Dakota, he invited Dakota, and Jordan's whole shtick this season is being like, Dakota. It's like, okay, you suck Dakota's dick. We get it. So not relevant to anything. And like, if you're going to be Dad Talk, like Dakota's not with Taylor. So there's no reason for him to be anywhere. So he went to Vanderpump Villa and he obviously slept with someone there. So the whole Dakota. So the whole Dad Talk returns and everybody's keeping tight lips. Even Chase and Mason aren't saying anything. They're not telling anybody, whatever. And Jordan comes home and spills the beans instantly to Jesse. And he's like, well, Dakota did this and da, 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 da. And then obviously Taylor finds out.
My question is, did we think he wouldn't?
No, did we think he wouldn't? Of course we knew he was going to.
Like, I think
now Taylor finds out, upsets her, obviously. Like, I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to be upset. It's clear that Taylor has feelings for this person, 100%. She gets so upset that she calls him, asks him if he liked it, asks him, like when you see the scene, you're going to be like, girl, like, you did not need to do that.
How old is Taylor Frankie Paul?
She's 31, 32. Like, she's not young. She's not young in the way that, like, you're like, oh, she's young. She's older. So that happens. Then they go to LA to support the Dancing with the Stars girls. And again, Jordan invites Dakota where he has no business doing that. Dakota shows up and she invites Harry Jowsey over, seemingly to, like, get to know Harry Jowsey and like practice for the Bachelorette, like what looks to be a booty call, obviously, which like good for you. Harry Jowsey's so handsome. And then
he gets around though.
Totally. But like who cares? That's his shtick. And instead of like talking with Harry, she brings Harry to the fire pit and fights with Dakota in front of Harry. Like so much so that Harry gets uncomfortable and leaves. And like Harry doesn't get uncomfortable easily. It's Harry Jowsey. Then that night she sleeps with Dakota. So it's like she keeps continuously putting herself back into this situation with Dakota where it's like you are the one that can make the choice to leave him. And I understand trauma bonding and cycles and whatever, but like we're a little bit past that now. We're 3 seasons in, like it's the same shit over and over. Now a report came out yesterday that the police were called to what I believe was Taylor Frankie Paul's residence because she choked Dakota out allegedly in front of Ever, which is their son. So now the other women are refusing to film because they're like, it's now becoming dangerous for their kids. Like we can't do this anymore. And The
Bachelorette's already filmed.
The Bachelorette's already filmed, which also like Bachelorette's already filmed. So now it's clear that there's no love story in The Bachelorette if she's putting herself back in line with Dakota. So it's like that kind of blows that season.
That doesn't mean anything. They have a kid together. Like they're never going to not be in each other's lives.
No, I know, but now all the blinds and like all these people and all these sources are coming forward saying like she picked someone. I won't say who it is. It did get spoiled for me, but like she picked someone. And then 2 weeks later, they came and broke up because she went back to Dakota. Like, this guy was like, there's no way you could ever love me. Like, you're so in love with this other guy. And she was like, yeah. So now it's just kind of like, that's a big waste of time now for The Bachelor. Like, I'm still going to watch it for the drama, but it's like, what a waste of time.
Okay, it's all The Bachelor. Come on.
No, I know. How much of The Bachelorette truly becomes a love story?
Yeah.
I know. But it's like, to the same respect, like, now watching the show, like she slept with Dakota the night before she left. Like she had, like, not that I'm saying like respect for the Bachelorette, like I'm not in that vein, but it's like the men who are going on that show, like at least like respect their time, like, which is why I feel like it should have been Miranda, because I think Miranda would have taken, like Miranda was like, she's not ready for this. Like I think it's a great opportunity for her, but she's gonna self-sabotage and all this stuff. And she was right.
Here's the thing. ABC picked her for a reason, and it's because the Bachelorette has been really falling off, and they wanted the messiness that is Taylor Frankie Paul. And they want the mess, like even us now talking about, oh my God, Dakota, she picked someone, but she's back with Dakota, like, blah, blah, blah. That's what they wanted, and that's what they're getting. And honestly, it's going to be entertaining no matter what. And if they didn't want another cookie cutter season, now, do I think that they should have Miranda maybe next season? Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever, they went on a podcast and were like, they're never going to want someone from Secret Lives again because of the way Taylor acted.
Well, That's what they wanted.
I think that's definitely what they wanted. I think they thought they were going to get drama with her, but I think for them to spend all the money that they spent on production for her to come back and get arrested from Dakota 2 weeks after they've wrapped filming the week before the show is going to air, I think that they probably didn't plan for that.
I don't know.
Like, she could
I
come
think
back.
Wait until you see the ratings, ABC, because an arrest will get people to watch your shit.
Ratings for sure.
As bad as it sounds.
But what I'm saying is, like, she could have come back and done exactly what she did and just like done it on the low and not. But like, they're incapable of doing that. And also, like, I'm sorry, as a mom, like, that is a toxic situation for you to be strangling someone in front of.
That's
like,
I'm
you
just
guys
talking
should
about,
not be together.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like the reality TV of it all. Like,
Correct.
Obviously, strangling anyone in
Well, it's all
general
alleged,
in front
but
of
that's
your
what
kid.
that's what all the reports are saying, and like more and more is coming out.
I just think that it's not like. I think it's like, oh my God, I just feel like there's so much trauma in her life, and like that's not an excuse.
But that's kind of like, maybe you should take a break from TV then. Like, you don't think being filmed in a fishbowl for...
Well, I don't think TV has anything to do with it. I think she'd still have I mean, they weren't filming when he got strangled.
No, I know, but I'm saying... No, they are. They had to pause Secret Lives filming. That's what I'm saying, is like, she goes from Secret Lives, then she went directly to Bachelorette, now she's directly back on Secret Lives. Like, she hasn't had a single break since they filmed the last season of Secret Lives and Mormon Wives, which is why I'm like, give this girl a break. It's kind of also, no offense, ABC, on ABC a little bit. Like, to have her run through, this girl is like, clearly a traumatized person, and she clearly is not all right, and you're going to have her be filmed 24 hours a day for an entire year plus.
I mean,
like, where's the...
I just have a different view of it. Like, that's her career. That's how she makes money. She's constantly on TikTok. Like, she's somebody who's like, even if they weren't filming, she's still. You don't think she would get on TikTok and be like, yeah, so the police called. Like, this is what happened.
Yeah, but
like,
being on TikTok is one thing. The camera isn't following you all day long.
Craves that. Like, she likes that. Like, I don't think that. I just think
I think she needs someone else to orchestrate a break for her, though. Is what I'm saying. Like, she might like it and she might think it's good for her. Well, it's obviously not good for her.
Here's the thing. Here's the lesson. Here's the lesson, dear listeners.
Dear reader.
You should not have a child with anyone who you have a toxic relationship with, because...
Well, that's the other thing, is she doesn't use birth control at all.
Well, the only way she would get over Dakota, because I'm very similar to her in that way. Like, if I was still, like, if I had a baby with someone and then we broke up and we never really got over it and we were always constantly in the same places, I wouldn't be able to separate myself.
Totally.
Like,
but that's what I'm saying, is like, they need to be physically separated.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the only way she's going to get over Dakota...
And it's her show. So, Dakota, get out of here.
But the only way she's going to get over Dakota, show or no show, is if she would be able to fully block him and not have him in her life, have somebody else do the pickup and drop offs, and literally
there are
have
people that do that, like, no
contact.
contact. There are people that do that.
I know, but I'm saying that's what she needs, and I don't think she's going to do that. But that's why you should be careful who you have children with, because you can't do no contact so easy when you have a child, and that's the only way she's going to really fully get over him.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's probably just over it. That
was the first few episodes. That was like the narrative is like, the girls are like, this is draining on everyone.
We've all had the friend that you're like, oh my fucking God, why are they not going back? Why do they keep doing this? I've been the friend in other relationships where I'm sure my friends were why is she gonna keep doing this? So like, the kids are the thing that makes it like, you need to stop doing this to your kids. Yeah. That's the thing that's like I don't blame her for sleeping with him, fighting in front of Harry Jowsey and all these other things. 'Cause toxic relationships, like, sometimes when you're in it, and obviously like, she's had mental abuse from her parents, she's had mental abuse from Dakota, like, she's Utah, the Mormon of it all. Like, there's a lot going on, but like, you've got kids. Like, you shouldn't be. You gotta really. Yeah. But I still support her. Like, I do feel for her, because
I feel for her, but to a certain extent, I'm like, you need to take control of your life.
You need to get the kids situated. That's the only part where I take a hard stance.
Yeah, and I think that's what the moms are doing now as well. The other moms on the show are like, we can't film with her until she cuts this off completely, because like, it's dangerous now for the kids. So it's like, your friends are now stepping in to like make the decision for you, kind of.
Yeah.
But speaking of toxic relationships, if you're good to transition.
I'm transition.
I'm not sure if you are familiar, but Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian are in
I think they have a good relationship.
They have a fabulous relationship. Oh. You know who doesn't have a fabulous relationship with them? Ray J.
Oh, I hate it first.
They have been openly suing Ray J for defamation since October of 2025. What? Because I don't know if you remember the season on Kardashians where Kanye went and got the sex tape back and yada yada.
Yeah.
So Ray J went on a very big like public rampage basically saying like Chris and Kim are the ones who released the tape. And so Chris and Kim are now suing him in court for defamation. So defamation, if you're not familiar, for anyone that's not Dear Readers, defamation is like you said something, it ain't true, it's public record, and it's now negatively affecting someone's reputation or business. So they are suing him, and they just had their first court appearance in the case, and there's some quotes that they had, which I just thought it would be interesting to hear if you're interested. Because everybody knows, like, the running joke is like, oh, Momager Kim or Momager Chris released the tape of Kim to get Kim famous. They are saying that that is not true. So Kim's quote in court is as follows. Are you ready? His claim that I had a plan with my mother and others to release a sex tape, defraud the public, and file a fake lawsuit against the porn company that released it to create buzz is a lie. So, and also, I just want to say, like, Miss Kimmy Girl, like, she's a lawyer in her core. Like, she's not going to sue for defamation unless she knows she can win that shit. So that's what Kim had to say about it. And then in Chris's testimony, she said, as a mother, the notion that I orchestrated or produced sex tapes involving my daughter or was in any way involved in the creation and distribution of any sex tapes is not only entirely untrue, but deeply offensive and harmful and has haunted me for decades. Jenner continues, I'm absolutely heartbroken, crushed, and devastated as a mother to see my daughter in this situation where her most intimate and private moments were exposed to the world. So I just thought that was like an interesting little tidbit because we always hear that joke and they've never flat out said yes or no because they know it's a running joke, but now they're coming out here with facts and receipts and they're saying, Ray J, you're going down. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Any thoughts? You think they did it?
No, I don't want to say my thoughts because I love the Kardashians.
Well, this is a safe space.
I don't.
Unplug your ears.
Okay.
I'm on your side, just so you know. 50% of us is back.
I'm not on her side. I don't think that Kim and Chris conspired to release it. I don't think they had anything to do with the releasing part of it. But I think that
they capitalized on what was done to them 100%,
yeah,
which,
like,
as you should. But I don't think they did it.
I don't think that Kim went in there and was like, I'm going to do a sex tape and have it released. And we're going to release it. And Chris was like, yes. But do I think that Kim saw the reaction from Paris's and wanted to get really famous and was going to do it whatever way? And I think that maybe was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to push him to release it. But like he has it. He's maybe not the star character kind of guy that would never release anything like that. And then when it came out, like they'll even make jokes to Kim nowadays and like of how she used to talk when she first came out, like everything was so sexy and stupid and like, do I think that they did it? No. But do I think that they knew that there was a chance that it would probably come out and then used it to get a career going? Yes.
We sit in opposite camps on this one. And I think it's been documented and clear within the show that she was on, I think it was Molly or Ecstasy, I can't remember when they filmed it. I think she was just like young, dumb girl, did something stupid, then realized that was going to happen, hoped that it didn't. And then when it did happen, she just was like, okay, well, I got to roll with it now. Well, I don't think she did it thinking it was going to get released.
Do I think she was young, dumb, and stupid? Yes. Do I think she was on drugs? Yes. But do I think that once she did it and when she woke up, she was like, oh my God, that was so stupid. I need to destroy this. No. I think she's probably like, if it comes out, it comes out, and this is what we're going to do. That's what I
kind of think she woke up and was like, whatever, nothing's going to happen about it, because her and Ray J were, I believe, like really serious at the time. So I don't think she thought. I don't know. I don't think Kim has that in her. Like, I think Kim is like, I know people have their thoughts about Kim, but I don't think Kim had that in her to like go into something thinking that was going to happen. I really don't.
I'm not saying she did it to release it, but do I think that there was more of a business mindset behind what happened with it? Yes.
I just don't think she was so business savvy then. Like, I look at Kim then
she
and
wasn't,
Kim now.
She wasn't business savvy, but she was fame hungry.
I think she accidented herself into this.
She was
just like,
I don't think so.
Well, agree to disagree.
I just don't think so. Like it's okay.
It's okay to have opinions.
I love Kim. Like, I'm not, and you know what? I've got to tell you, I'm not saying, I don't think she did anything wrong. I don't think, and I know people would be like, oh my God, like how could you do that to yourself? Look where she is now. Both of them are amazing businesswomen, and I think that I don't think either of them discussed it before. I don't think there was any like, ooh, let's do this. But I think that it was like, I took drugs. I fucked my man. He's going to release this. Okay. let's fucking make an empire out of it. Just then, like, look what it did for Paris. Let's do that for me, and let's take what we got and fucking roll with it. I just think that they're very smart women, and I think that they used it full on to their advantage.
I don't disagree that they used what happened to them to their advantage, but I don't think she woke up the next morning and was like, oh, this is going to happen. Like, look what happened to Paris. Like, I think, like, it came out and she was like, okay, this happened to Paris. How did she handle it? Let's do it the same way. Like, I think they reacted to it. I don't think she left the house, like the house that morning and was like, well, this is going to come out and Paris did it and I need to be like Paris and da-da-da. I think it came out and she was like, okay, who else did this happen to that I know? Paris. How did she handle it? Either handle it better or handle it the same way. That's how I think it went. But like, to be a fly on the wall of that room, like when that was happening in that time would have been something. Have you ever seen the tape?
No. Have you?
No. But I always am curious because I'm pretty sure she sued like the company or whatever that posted it. But I'm curious. I'm always curious to know like how many people our age have actually seen it. Because I think about like I've never seen. I didn't even know Paris had one. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. When you just said that, I was like, oh, Paris had a sex tape. Like, I didn't know.
Well, that's you, honey. That was like a huge fucking deal.
I like didn't know that. But I also
Paris
like,
did it first.
But I'm also like
Paris.
The people like
Paris did not do it. Was. That's why it's so like torn for me because Paris really traumatized her. And I'm not saying that it didn't traumatize Kim. I just think Kim
handles things differently than other people.
Yeah,
Kim has a way of doing that.
Saw the path to fame once it was paved.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm doing
capitalized
this.
on it. Yeah. But I just think like the sex tape in
and
general,
I don't blame her for it.
I think the sex tape in general, like the celebrity sex tape, I think is like, and maybe I'm just naive and I'm okay with that too. But like, I think about like Pam and Tommy, like when that show came out, like everyone's like, oh, everyone's seen that. And I'm like, I don't know a single person that's seen that. Now, I'm sure if we go ask our husbands, like, hey, you ever seen Kim's sex tape? Maybe they have. But like, I can't think of anybody our age where if I asked them that question, they'd be like, yeah, I've seen it. Do you know what I mean?
I have not seen the whole thing, but I've seen like screenshots and stuff.
Well, yeah, you
before,
see the memes,
like, growing
but like
up.
I'm talking about like I've never known anybody be like, oh yeah, like I could find that video and watch the whole thing.
Well, I don't think it's anywhere now anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well.
But I don't know. I don't mean to sound like I love Kim. I love Chris. I think they're really smart. I always say personally, if I like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm Christ. Like I've sent a nude, multiple. And if I get famous and anyone releases those, I've literally said I will make T-shirts of them and walk around because you're not going to shame me. You're not going to take that from me.
You hear that, guys? Let's get them out there.
No, like you're not going to
merch for the pod.
But like, I'm sorry, like you're not going to shame me. Like I think Kim, like you made an excellent career about it. I think now all this is Ray J again trying to get his 5 motherfucking seconds.
Trying to get his bag. No, I just think it's like kind of crazy. But speaking of people that are kind of fucking crazy, can we talk about Chappell Roan?
Oh.
I have a lot to say about Chappell Roan.
Why don't you explain it first a little bit for the people who maybe don't know?
So for the people in the back that don't know what's going on, Chappell Roan is artist of Pink Pony Club. I'm sure you know what that is.
Pink Pony Club. Out in West Hollywood.
That song always makes me think of one of Tom's friends because he thinks it's really funny, but he likes the Plankton version. You ever heard?
Don't know it. Don't want
to. Anyway, so she is an artist. She is like known for her avant-garde looks and like her music, and she kind of sometimes dresses in drag, which is really cool. But she has been like very vocal and outspoken against paparazzi like her entire fucking time of being famous. Now, if you know one Lady Gaga, she has a very famous quote in which she said, someone asked her, like, what do you spend your money on? Like, whatever. And she's like, I spend my money on security. I don't care about cars. I don't care about houses. I don't care about anything else. I care about security that's going to let me live my life where nobody can see me. Beyonce, you ever see her on the street? No, because she pays for security. Honestly, Kim, like, you know when Kim's on the street, it's because she wants you to see her. Taylor, when Taylor's on the street, she's probably leaving an Easter egg. Otherwise, you're not seeing them. Now, am I saying that Chappell Roan is as famous as those people? Absolutely not. However, you are someone who makes music, and I think a comparison, if I may, is someone like Louis Capaldi. Are you familiar with Louis Capaldi?
Yes.
Louis Capaldi is, I would say, like arguably same level of famous Chappell Roan. Like had 1 or 2 bangers, like has been nominated for a Grammy.
So before you go.
He does.
That guy, right?
So that's what I'm saying. Like couple songs, couple good bangers. You do not see him getting paparazzi anywhere. Now, granted, he's a man, so like whatever. But I just think like another example, Olivia Rodrigo. Like, I'm not seeing Olivia Rodrigo out here arguing with paparazzi. Like, if you don't want Gracie Abrams out here, like, if you don't want to be photographed, if you don't want to be paparazzi, then stop showing up to things.
Yeah, like,
sorry,
why are you outside of Paris Fashion
No one's
Week?
making you go. No one's forcing you to go to Paris Fashion Week. There are plenty of people who go to Paris Fashion Week that aren't photographed. They just show up to the event and then they go the fuck home. Like, constantly we're seeing videos of her screaming at paparazzi, taking pictures of paparazzi, making fun of paparazzi. It's like
she was taking a video and outside of Paris Fashion Week, like, I've asked these people to stop,
like on the red carpet.
Won't.
Like, she's
it's
taking
like,
a video of herself on the, like, you're on the red
these
carpet.
These are like your and there was like fans there. Like, one guy jumped in the video and was like, because I think he thought she was being nice.
But I'm sorry, you're walking a red carpet at an event. There's going to be cameras there. Paparazzi aren't like they were 10 years ago, where like they would go wait at the bottom of someone's driveway and follow them around all day. Like, most often than not,
they are for some people, not chaperone.
They are for some people, certainly not chapel. But most times when you see paparazzi, like if you're seeing someone walk out and about, it's because they're at a hot spot in LA where they know they're going to get photographed, or they're calling the paparazzi on themselves. Like, it's very clear when that happens. Like, I'm sorry, like if Lucy Hale's showing up somewhere and there's paparazzi, like either she's going to a place she knows she's going to get her picture taken, or someone called to let them know she was there. Because like, no one's out there stalking Lucy Hale. It's the same way I feel about Chapel. No one's out there stalking Chapel Roan. I'm sorry. If you're telling me Taylor can go to New York City and go to dinner and I would never know it, then there's got to be some way for Chapel to go to these events and not be photographed, and for you to continuously just like be rude and be like so aggressive towards these paparazzi who, like, yeah, paparazzi are, I don't think what they do is right all the time. However, if you're at a red carpet,
it comes with the job.
It comes with the job. If you're at a red carpet event, you're probably going to see paparazzi there. They're going to take your picture. That's part of being at a red carpet event. Now, if you're at a Starbucks getting a coffee and someone's got a camera in your fucking face, like, okay, I understand you getting frustrated with that. But then find a way to do that. Like, buy Starbucks coffee for your house.
There's times where I understand where, like, when Justin Bieber's walking and he's getting annoyed because he has his baby with him. Same with Courtney K. Get that 100%. But you're going to Paris Fashion Week, you know what's going to happen. Event. And I just have to say, like, this is my opinion on this. As somebody who is dying to be famous.
As somebody whose dream it is to have their own personal paparazzi. As somebody
whose dream it is to have a paparazzi up their booty hole. No, I'm just kidding. I really take the view of two people that do not get along, but they both have a very similar view in this. Kim K and Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Kim K says all the time that her fans are what made her who she is today. She would be nowhere without the fans. She always tries her hardest to be nice to fans. You always hear things about Kim, like stopping to take pictures with fans. And even when she's having a terrible day, even when she's having anxiety, she does it because she's like, I owe these people. They gave me the platform that I have. Taylor Swift, very similar approach, is like, I don't remember the exact quote, but I live by it because when I get famous, I will be the same way. You've definitely seen it. It's a video of her, and it's like, I used to pray for this. Like, I would pray that my face would be on a t-shirt someday and people would know who I am. I will never take this for granted. And is that not to say that you can't get annoyed or frustrated or upset or like sad sometimes? Absolutely not. But to be like that to your fans and to just be, because she even has had concerts that she's canceled because she's like had like mental health, and I'm all about mental health. Like, take care of your mental health. Like, I'm not shitting on that because I know there's going to be people who come for me for saying this. You have a job to do. All these people are buying tickets. Like, there's sometimes where, yes, like if you need a break, like you need a break, but sometimes you just gotta like
think about the Eras tour and what was going on in Taylor's life. I can do it
with a broken heart. Like, put on your freaking outfit and get out there and sing. Like, you can't expect to, and I saw a comment that was like, she has one album. Like, you can't expect.
She acts the way that people expect Taylor to act.
Yeah.
And Taylor acts the way that Chapel should be acting.
Like, you can't expect, like, you're in.
And that says a lot about Miss Taylor.
You're in a profession that relies on the public opinion, because if people don't like your music or they don't like you, they're not going to listen. And what's going to happen with your money? Like, you know what I mean?
I am the perfect example of that consumer.
I can't imagine.
Like, I think Pink Pony Club is a great song. Like, every time I hear it at a wedding, I'm singing along the words.
Yeah, we were popping our pussies to Pink Pony Club on Sunday night.
However, I don't actively seek out putting Pink Pony Club on my playlist, on whatever, because I find her Chapel Roan to be so insufferable.
I do have some of her songs that I put on my playlist. I do have some of her songs that I put on my playlist. But the thing is, like, I just, as somebody who, like, wants to be in that lifestyle so badly. Like, I just think it would be so cool. Like, I wish I could sing. I would love to be a pop star. Like,
Do you think
I just can't imagine being so rude to people who like your music and this and that. Like, even this weekend, like we did stuff, not me being like I'm famous, but no, even this weekend we did stuff Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the wedding was on Sunday. And on Saturday, like, I was just kind of drained. Like, we were douched all the time, but like when we were out and about in the city and like somebody was like, "Oh, I love your outfit," like this and that, I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you. Like, it's from Old Navy." Like, and I'll like tell them about it. So if they want to go buy it, like, and my social battery was 0. Like, I would just never be rude to somebody who likes something about you.
Not you comparing yourself to someone of such fame.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, even when your social battery's dead, like, not that I'm famous, but like somebody's coming up to me, taking time out of their life to be like, "Oh, I like that on you," or, "Oh, like you dropped this," or like whatever it is. Like, I just can't imagine being rude to somebody who's trying to like be nice about
another
you.
perspective too is like I'm someone where my social battery runs out. Like, I have had enough and like I don't want to speak to people, but like kind of in a similar situation, like when my social battery is 0, like if someone I don't know is like, "Oh, I like your top," or like, "Oh, let me get the door for you," I'll be like, "Thank you," and I'll smile and I'll nod my head and whatever. Like, you would never find me being like whatever. Now, when our flight got canceled yesterday, I did have a snide comment to the lady that came to knock on our door to kick us out of our room. But to be fair, she earned that comment. And so for that, I don't feel sorry. However, in a normal situation,
Bell's the chapel and I'm the Taylor. I'm just kidding.
I guess, maybe. I think as someone who is famous, I think you have every right to your privacy, but I think you have to work a little harder for it as a famous person. And if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a singer, if you want to be a celebrity in any way, and maybe she doesn't want to be a celebrity, right? Like, maybe she just wants to release music and whatever, then like
don't go to Paris
Fashion Week. Like you
what's
then
more
need to
important
make
to you?
sacrifices so that you can live the lifestyle that you want. Like, you're telling me that you don't think Taylor makes any sacrifices living the way that she lives so that she can be safe or her family can be safe? Like, no, she absolutely does. There are people of little fame that make sacrifices that just want to be artists. Again, another perfect example, Louis Capaldi. Like, he now doesn't tour because he has Tourette's, and it's incredibly hard for him to be able to get on the stage and do that. So like, he chooses to release music and not tour, and that's a sacrifice that he makes. Like, he could probably make billions of dollars touring because everybody loves him, but like, he chooses not to do that. So like, there are things that she could choose to do to take herself out of the equation of paparazzi, and she doesn't choose to do it, which to me just tells me that she is doing it for the attention or doing it for the drama.
Doing it for the attention, because here's the thing. Get in the car. Because wasn't she leaving or was she going?
Just walk out.
But like, here's the thing. She stopped. I don't know if she was leaving or going, but I think she was going.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
But she's standing there taking a video being like, "Oh, these people, like, they won't stop taking." Get in the fucking car. Just get in the car. And her security, you can hear them being like, stand back," as she's going into these people's faces, which, yeah, they're going into yours too, but like, that's the fucking job, babe.
She would have saved herself all of that by just exiting the back door.
By just
asking if there was a way she could get out. Like, there are so many things she could
Paris
do.
Fashion Week has
like a back door.
Areas for people to go.
You think Anna Wintour is going through the front door getting paparazzi'd if she doesn't fucking want to? Like, please.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say about that. Like, I just view it the way of Taylor, Allison Swift, and Kim K as like something as I prayed for this. I worked so hard for this. I would never take it for granted.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy to pop off in the music industry or like the celebrity industry at all.
There are days where I'm sure it's really difficult, but then I think about Lady Gaga, and like, if you're Lady Gaga and you can figure out a way to get the security you need to live the life that you want to live without the paparazzi, then Chapel can do it too. Might not be as top tier of the security. Maybe it's like a C-level security company, but like, they're still going to get it figured out. So that's that on that. Anything else you want to talk about before we get into like some TV things that are coming up?
No, I'm ready to get into the TV.
Okay. The only TV thing I really want to talk about, apologies, obviously, since our delay and all the fun events of this weekend. We have not watched our core shows like Survivor, Below Deck, but Real
Housewives of Beverly
Hills. But I did watch a fabulous trailer for the Hannah Montana anniversary, and I cannot fucking wait for that. Like, talk about a woman who does it all. Like, I love me some Miley. I love me some Hannah. I'm not really like thrilled that it's hosted by Alex Cooper, only because like, I don't need it to be a podcast episode. Like, I just wanted her out there shaking that thing. I want her out there shaking that thing. I want a tour of the closet. Like, I want her to put on all the old outfits and like put the wig on and like sing a couple songs. Like,
yeah, I didn't need Billy Ray either.
Which I did think this would be kind of cool. Like, unless she's being interviewed by Alex Cooper as Hannah, and like, it's an episode of Hannah Montana where like she's talking as Hannah, her family's coming out, they're checking in on Hannah, like, hey, it's been 25 years since you took the wig off, like, how's it been going? And like Oliver comes out and Lily comes out and like they're all in character. Like, okay, maybe I'd buy into that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool, right? But I don't really need Miley in the Hannah wig giving an interview as Miley. Like, I'm okay with that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to see. I am excited.
I'm still going to watch it, of course.
Yeah, I am excited. I love Miley Cyrus, like my fellow Sagittarius queen.
I just like Miley Cyrus could spit in my face and step on my foot and I would be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking love her.
Miley Cyrus is another one. We don't see her ever unless she wants us to.
Exactly. Like, yes. But so that was a trailer that I saw. And then the other trailers that I keep seeing or clips that I keep seeing are from the Janice documentary. And I just have like one controversial opinion I'd like to share, if I may. I want to hear from everyone, right? Like, I want to hear the contestants. I want to hear what they have to say. I fear I don't want to hear from Lisa. Lisa was on the show. Then all the things that are bad that she's saying happened to her before she then went on for All Stars. And then they stripped Angela of a win because she did sex work, which I need to learn more about that story. I don't know enough about it to make an educated opinion. And then they gave the title win to Lisa. And I just like, if you really hated Top Model that much the first time you did it, and like Tyra outed you on her show for like all the trauma that you went through in your life, and you left that show and you were screaming and you were so upset, why would you be going back for All Stars?
Here's what I got to say about that.
And then being a winner.
Here's what I got to say about that, because I'm going to tell you why. We were watching Shameless last night. Me and Hayden have been watching Shameless because it was on the hotel TV. And Fiona's check was delayed.
Not
and
the check.
She couldn't, like, she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And they were like, oh, this restaurant, like, needs waitresses this weekend. It's a restaurant where you, like, kind of like a Hooters, where it's like, you know, you're in a skimpy little cheerleading outfit. And she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I hate the outfits. And then was like scraping pennies, couldn't find any pennies, put on the outfit, went, got home, cried. So
you're saying Lisa is to ANTM
yeah, like maybe Lisa
Shameless.
was like, I hate this, but maybe this is my, like, I need money. Like, this is my way to boost myself. And like, I think that happens a lot with TV and like not just reality TV, like regular TV, like, and people, it's just, that's how people get away with what they get away with. That's how ANTM got away with what they got away with, because it's like people who just maybe needed a check, and like, sometimes you have to do what you have to do.
So you're saying that I need to give Lisa a chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
can take feedback.
So my point worked, right?
I can take feedback.
Okay.
But I'm excited to watch that. So I think next week, obviously, we'll talk about the episodes of Survivor. We'll talk about Below Deck. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana, I think, comes out before next episode, too. So
but
we'll have to watch that. We have a lot of content to get to.
I have do. No, but I did watch one show that I can speak a little bit on, because it was
Please speak on it.
It was kind of mid, but the Southern Charm, the Southern Charm finale.
Not you coming for Southern Charm.
Craig,
Tell us she's a Paige fan.
Craig, the lights are on, but nobody's home but you. Like, you're the only one in that house who doesn't see the storm coming. Like, it's crazy, because he got in we talked about it, I think, last episode, where he was like screaming Sally in the Uber or in the cab home, was like, you're a loser, and it completely turned Charlie off, and him and Charlie were like getting romantic. And Charlie has been like ignoring him, and he like doesn't understand it. And he goes over to Sally, who's Charlie's friend, who liked Craig before, and they have a little bit of a awkward tiff because they were friends, obviously, which like I don't really feel.
Sally's a little nutty, though.
Yeah, I don't really feel bad for Sally. I think if roles were reversed, Sally would have dropped Charlie like a hot potato to ride that thing. So like do with that what you will. But he goes over to Sally and is like, me and Charlie were FaceTiming every night. She would FaceTime me before she went to bed. She would FaceTime me when she couldn't sleep. She was going to come meet my family, like unloading on her. And then Sally, of course, is like crying now, being like, you knew I liked him and you didn't tell me how serious it was. And Charlie is like, I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't have done that. But Craig, like, you're such a fucking baby. But like, she's ignoring you and you don't like it. So you're going to run over to her friend and try to throw her under the bus. And then he goes out there and he's like, trying to talk to Charlie, and Charlie's like, yeah, no, like, we're just gonna stay friends. And then he's like, which I think he had planned to say this to Charlie from the beginning of the season, before he even filmed, just to stick it to Paige. He's like, you're the first person that I would choose over my ex, which, like, yeah, over my dead body. If Paige fucking called you back, you would have her in a goddamn second. But I think he was like waiting to say that, and Charlie's just kind of like, and then it cuts to his confessional, and he's like, yeah, if Sally didn't do what she did, we'd be together right now. And it's like, Craig, if you didn't do what you did, if you didn't sit, like she was choosing you over Sally again and again and again. Like she didn't care that Sally cared until you were in the cab being like, you're a loser, you're a loser, you're a loser, until you had a temper tantrum. And now you like can't, like the fact that you can't see that is wild.
Well, so my Achilles heel is that like I don't watch the Summer House, I don't watch the Southern Charm, and like that's just my cross to bear. But I did see a clip of them on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. It was Craig, the other one that looks like Craig, and then the other one who's like 100 years old.
Austin and Shep.
Yeah, those ones. And they were on there, and they were like, some woman was like, what did your mothers teach you about being a Southern gentleman? Or like some kind of question like that. Like basically being like, hey, like what is it that you guys do that doesn't suck? And they're both like, and all three of them are answering like as if they're 5 years old. They're like, yeah, just like being kind to people and like holding the door when people walk by and like da 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 da. And I'm like,
you could put together like clips from every season for each one of those boys.
I feel like the three of them merged their one brain cell and like tried to come up with an answer. And I just and Andy's sitting there like this.
And Andy loves the Southern Charm boys.
You know that Andy like can't hold anything off of his face. Like Andy will tell you exactly how he feels just by the look on his face. But I just was like, I think they were maybe asking you about like what you do now as a Southern gentleman, not what you did when you were 5, when you were like just like holding doors for people and like being polite to adults. I'm like, being polite to adults, you're 100 years old. So being polite to your peers.
Well, and in the scenes, I'm gonna make a prediction. Like just like in the scenes, it shows Craig at the reunion. So obviously everyone's piling on Craig, and he's like, I just don't know if I'm gonna come back. He's gonna be back.
Yeah, of course.
Like, please.
Where else is he gonna go? How else is he gonna sell those pillows?
How else are you gonna sell those pillows? And here's the thing: like, I don't want Craig off the show. Like, it's entertainment.
It's good entertainment.
I like Craig, Austin, and Shep. They're all like dumber, but I love them on the show. Like I like the show. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
I thought Craig and Austin were the same person for like quite some time.
Really? They don't like look alike.
As the lay person who has absolutely no personal interest in the matter, they do look alike from afar.
Shep and Austin confused more than Craig and Shep.
It's very clear.
Or Craig and Austin.
It's very clear who Shep is.
Well, regardless, so that was just like.
Speaking of predictions, by the way,
I think Austin's in love with Craig. Like he gets so mad about Craig, and Craig is just like, like I just like can't. Like I need them to just make out. Like I can't.
Speaking of predictions, by the way, just to update everybody, I know you guys are really on the edge of your seats about the TOC updates. And I just have to say, my third guess was not correct, but Tom's was. So I just want to give my husband some credit there because he was like, it's Jonathan Waxman. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It's Jonathan Waxman. It's Jonathan Waxman. And I was like, there's no way. You're so dumb and you're so stupid and you're so ugly.
Oh my God.
And it turned out that it was Jonathan Waxman. And then I was dumb and stupid and ugly. And I had to say I was wrong, which I hate doing. But I was, in fact, wrong. And Tom was right. So I just want to give my man some credit.
Wait, speaking about being right.
Oh, what else was I right about?
No, this is me.
Oh.
So I manifested this weekend. Like I got the Thursday night we get down here. I'm like, guys, it's St. Patrick's Day here in Savannah. And like we're very close to Charleston. So I really think there's a good chance I'll see someone from either Southern Hospitality or Southern Charm. Right?
Right.
Getting ready to go out. I think it was Friday night.
Yeah.
Watching the new episode of Southern Hospitality, which I do have like a 5-second thing to say something on that because I won't.
I also just, not to put you on blast, but is this supposed to say sighting or sitting? Because I thought we were talking about like a sit down.
Sighting.
Okay, cool.
I wrote it quick. Okay.
Spell check was not on.
So I'm getting ready. I'm watching the new episode of Southern Hospitality. Okay. We go out. We walk to one bar, 15 minutes. The bars didn't have karaoke like my friend thought. So then we walk to another bar, 15 minutes. Like we were walking a long time. We get in line. We're waiting. And as people come out, they're letting people in. Me and Hayden are next in line. I turn. I'm like, is that Mia from Southern Hospitality? And I'm like, is it?
Is that
who comes?
Amelia Mignonette Thermopolis Rinaldi?
Who comes?
Princess of Genovia?
Which honestly, Mia is literally one of the prettiest people I've ever seen in my life. Like I don't dislike her. I'm not obsessed with her, but like she's fucking gorgeous and she doesn't look fat on camera at all. But like she looks, but she looks way smaller in real life.
In person.
Yeah, but like not that she looks bad.
I feel like, but like all TV, like when you see them in person, they look smaller.
I'm like, is that her? And then because it was a little far away, and then I see the other girl, Molly from Southern Hospitality, and who looks exactly like she does on camera, which I feel like that's a flex. And I was like, oh my God, it is. And I like start to like, oh my God. And then the bouncer goes, okay, 2 more. And it's me and Hayden next. And I'm like looking at him, looking at them, looking at him, looking at them. My friend, who's the bride, who I'm a bridesmaid for, was already in the bar. And I'm like, do I leave my friend or do I go in? I went in because like I'm a good friend. But if it was Southern Charm, I don't like. If Catherine Dennis from Southern Charm was sitting there, I don't think I would have stayed for Morgan. But
Morgan, you know your place.
they also were getting in like one of those pedicabs to like go.
Yeah.
But like I was like, oh my god, I literally manifested this. But what I want to say about this episode, which I'm gonna go really quick because it's not like
We do have a flight to catch.
yeah, I'm gonna go really quick. Mia was a part of this like conspiracy to tell Maddie Reese that her ex-boyfriend cheated. And I love Maddie Reese. I love her down. Like she's my favorite on that show. To tell her that her ex-boyfriend cheated on her, even though he really didn't, because they were trying to get back at her for something she did to one of the other guys. And it came out. That was on like season 2, I think, and then it came out at the season 3 reunion because they were trying to deflect from another situation, so they like ratted her out. And like now she's like, oh, I'm questioning everything, like blah 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 blah. And like I just want to say, Maddie, this is to you. Trevor was gonna cheat anyway. Like even if he did it in that situation, like that situation might have been a lie, but you asked him if he was texting that girl and he told you no, and then you saw texts on his phone with that girl. So why would he, if he lied to you about that, whether or not he actually did cheat in that moment that they're saying, he was going to.
Yeah.
So you gotta stop.
Dog's gonna bark.
Yeah, a dog's gonna bark. You gotta stop. Like Joe Bradley literally kisses the ground that you walk on. Trevor like would not have. And I feel like in her brain she's thinking like, I loved him so much and I broke up with him because he cheated on me, but he didn't. Like, did I make a mistake? And I just want you to know, like, you didn't. The writing was on the wall. Like, I do think they helped you out a little bit, even though they're jealous of you, and that was shiesty. But that's all I have to say.
Shiesty. Well, I guess in that vein, what are you ready to move on from this week? Anything juicy?
Yeah. I'm ready to move on from Maddie Reese questioning if she should be with Trevor or not.
Okay.
Because she should be with Joe Bradley.
Cool. I fear I'm ready to move on from Savannah. I was ready to go home yesterday.
Wait, Sam, I'm ready to move on.
I was ready to go home yesterday. I'm certainly ready to go home today, and I'll be even more ready to go home 8 hours when we take off on our flight. So, yeah, beautiful town, beautiful city. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. I miss my boy.
Yeah, I miss my doggies, my woof woofs.
And what are you obsessed with this week?
I'm obsessed with Morgie J's wedding. It was beautiful. The flowers were beautiful. Her vision was beautiful. I danced my chunakakas off. Like, I had so much fun. Their love was amazing. Like, I did not let the floor die. Like, it was just so fun.
Yeah, well, I also said Morgalina was what I'm obsessed with this week. Like, honestly, it's kind of for the same reasons. The florals, the dress, the hair, the vibes, everything was immaculate. The pickleball tournament, like, 10 out of 10.
Guys,
I've never pickled before, but I will pickle again.
Yeah, I loved pickleball, and she had one of her friends as a coach, and she told me that shout out Alicia, I have a lot of potential. So I will be going to the community center with my mom and playing.
We're gonna have to get you a racket.
Bitches, watch out. No, mom gave me a racket.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Morgalina, it was an amazing wedding. Morgalina Jones, congratulations to you and Adam. Very happy for you.
Hope you're having fun in Antigua. Is that where they're going?
Antigua?
I don't know. They're going somewhere
They're
tropical.
going somewhere nice.
Just hope you're having fun in the
I hope
sun.
you get there. I hope your flight don't get
I
canceled.
hope you're having fun in the sun.
And with that, we'll see y'all later.
With that, see y'all later.
Goodbye.
See y'all next week.
See you next time on Ready or Not.
See you next time on Ready or Not.